Brooklyn Independent Television.
Home to a thriving Latino community and a rising number of hipsters, this neighborhood has survived riots, fires, years of disinvestment, rising housing costs, and I'll say it, gentrification. But how are the people dealing, and who has the ear to the street? Enter the cast and crew of an exciting new web series that humorously tackles these problems and more. Welcome to the world of East WillyB.
Last I checked, Bushwick is still Puerto Rican.
I saw you, Willie. Oh, hell no.
Scene 6, shot 6, take 4.
The show is about Bushwick, and it deals with the issue of gentrification. So the name East WillyB was really a play on some of the real estate terms that we've seen happen all over the city, and specifically in this area of Brooklyn.
The title we knew had to represent exactly what the show was about, and when we started to create the show, we knew we wanted to not just make a comedy, we wanted to make a comedy that had a meaning. We both come from families with significant political backgrounds, and we both wanted to make a show that wasn't just slapstick nothingness, but also had a nice background of issues that were important to us. Since we were going to shoot in Bushwick, we wanted to really get at the fact that people are reappropriating the name of Bushwick, specifically real estate brokers, and calling it East Williamsburg, so that they can sell these apartments at a ridiculously high price to people that can no longer afford Williamsburg and are looking for that, still chic neighborhood.
Hey, I'm working here.
So it's centered around a bar in Bushwick, and the bar used to be like the hot spot in the 70s.
What do you need, Giselle?
Ask me what I need or what I want. The father, the owner of the bar, Willie, has moved back to Puerto Rico, retired, and left it in the hands of his son, Willie Reyes Jr. He's young, and he's inherited a really big responsibility, which is to run a community establishment.
This is still a Latin bar, all right? I don't know why everybody's tripping.
Because no one cares, Willie. And there's a new gentrifying population, so Willie Jr.'s ex-fiance, who's also, one of the owners of the bar, Maggie, is like, let's make some money, let's go with the flow, let's speak to who is in the neighborhood, and let's keep it alive.
I want me a little bit what you got going on right down there.
If you look at the series, we have some absolutely ridiculous characters. La Bruja is out there. She is the regular at the bar. We take them to the extremes for comedic effect. In the show, as ridiculous as their characters may seem, it does exist in real life to some extent.
We kind of created this show and developed this show in a non-traditional sense. I'm in a way a non-traditional producer on it. My role was finding locations, being that I'm born and raised in Bushwick and I live here. That heavily fell on me. So I enlisted a lot of family members, took over their houses for a day. We're in my father's house now. And I also did all the creative development and the web development for the series too.
Gonna turn this around, I might go just leave the cheese on top.
Bushwick has always been Latino, and also it's the borderline of Bed-Stuy. So there's a lot of mix of African-American families and Puerto Rican families and Dominican families. But in the last about 15 years, there's been a lot of Central American migration, and it's very, very diverse.
I'm very proud of mine. As a matter of fact, I'm very proud of all my kids. I remember when I used to take my daughter to kindergarten classes right over here, 2 blocks away. She's now an administrator there in the school, running the school.
I'm just trying to represent us, family, represent our culture, shine a light on, how we grew up. All my brothers and sisters are teachers or artists in the community. We grew up in this poor neighborhood, and we all turned out so great despite that, and that's possible.
I'm Johnny Rivera. I play the character of Manny in East WillyB. I grew up in this hood right here, actually a block away from Van Buren, which was the block that I lived for 7-8 years. Yeah, no, a lot of things triggered when I'm walking past here. I mean, I haven't been here in like over 10 years. This specific block, unity through diversity is something that I believe in very, very much in my life. So to have the gentrification part come in my backyard and really see my people not really have any type of input into what needs to be put around these neighborhoods is something that for me is a problem.
You need to put some ass in here, some titties.
Why are you even here? Shouldn't you be at like Chuck E. Cheese or something?
Manny, man, he's a character. He plays Willie's cousin. You know, he's always in Willie's ear, you know, trying to listen, this is what you need to do to make some money. He actually is trying to like take over the bar.
Yo, Willie, when he kills you, you're gonna let me keep the bar, right?
Not a chance.
Cool.
It speaks volumes for me. It's very important for me to be part of this story, and then coming back here now and, you know, reliving it. It's just been an amazing experience.
We shot 20 and 21, take one.
You know, we created the show for what we're calling really the new generation Latino, this English dominant, bilingual, bicultural, multicultural in many ways. We're cut from a very different fabric than our parents.
Listen, Pancho Villa.
Hey, I'm Salvadorian, not Mexican.
Tomato.
Watch it.
Sassy, you only half Mexican. Plus, you ain't real Mexican because you whiter than milk, yo.
Half Mexican, half Cuban.
I think the way that we use comedy, especially in multicultural settings where there's a way of kind of satire and laughing and making fun of each other without having to be PC, that we kind of have grown up in enough of a multicultural environment that we can laugh about our differences and our stereotypes. Folks who no longer live in the neighborhood, who have found us through Facebook or through the internet, live in other states and are like, this reminds me of home, this makes me feel proud for my community, for my neighborhood, and that to us is the biggest win, you know, to portray a community authentically and celebrate it.
East WillyB in the house. Download this program's podcast on iTunes. Keywords Brooklyn Independent Television.